Yo, YouTubers, I just broke my silence for the first time since the end of the Manchester Top review. I actually have been totally silent for for like 3 days, apart from the review. And in the shops when I say yes please or tar or whatever, when I go shopping, like. So I've been quiet. I've actually sussed it out and kept my mouth shut. I haven't even sang. Well, I've done a little bit of singing. But anyway, I've been that quiet and silent. It's so boring. I haven't spoken to anyone. But I had to break the silence now and do a review. I bought one. I've got like bevies that I've already reviewed. You know what I mean? I bought some bevies because Friday night. Oh, yeah, it's growing like it's looking a bit like. Oi oi, oi oi. But anyway, um, I've got some bevies in because it's Friday, and I always feel like the worst thing about Friday is I'm trying my best not to drink to lose weight. Do you know what I mean? But it gets to Friday usually. I mean, I had some bevies last night and the night before. Basically, I bought 8 bevies the night before last night. Drank 6 of them, went to bed, woke up, there was 2 left yesterday, and drank them and enjoyed them so much. I thought, I didn't go out and buy any more like I usually do. Just finished the 2 cans of Bloom, like Bloom, Seven Brothers. Love that beer. I'm getting really into that. What's that here, there? I enjoyed them so much last night. Dead chilled out, just 2 cans. I thought, come on, man. Don't make yourself feel sad because you're trying to lose weight. Be fat. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? You're trying to lose weight, yeah. And I've got to be honest, when it gets to Friday, especially Friday night, I usually see the thumbnails and I'll see like Geordie's Den or, any of the beer drinkers, like all the beer drinkers, like they're all like, virtual pubs and that, like, and I'll always check and watch little clips. And if I haven't bought beers in, trying to avoid, putting weight on, like, I'll see people drinking. I'll be like, oh no, I feel so outside. So it's Friday, and I thought, no, I'm getting a drink again tonight. I am going to try and stem it just to lose weight, like I say. And honest, guys, look, steady as a rock. I haven't got any, I haven't got any problems. My sister asked me if I had Parkinson's or something. I was like, no, I'm alright. I might be getting dementia, but you know what I mean? Not about Parkinson's. Anyway, I went to I bought like 8 beers today, put them in the fridge, and I had to go to Aldi just to buy multivitamins, right? Believe it or not. Because the Aldi multivitamins are the best ones I've ever tried. So I always go to Aldi for my multivitamins. And while I was there, I looked at all the beers, and there wasn't nothing new there. Like, what it's like in Aldi. And I thought, just want one bevy just to review. Because I felt like I need to break the silence and talk and just do a little review, like, and speak. At least, talk to the YouTubers that watch, like, for a bit of company. Because honestly, I've been silent. I've been absolutely not saying anything. I've sussed it out. When this review finishes, I'll go back to being silent. Unless I sing. But you don't understand, guys. I actually talk to myself like a madman throughout the day. First thing when I wake up in the morning, I usually talk to myself. I never used to before I had the breakdown and all that stuff. But I talk to myself like a loon. I do it in a way. I'll tell you why I talk to myself. It's because, like, I sarcastically think people are spying on me. Do you know what I mean? I've got paranoid psychosis, right? And Asperger's, and I feel like people are watching me sometimes, and I'm sarcastically talking as if to say, "Got enough information, have you?" You know, when you're recording, got enough info. I know it's a bit mad. No one might be watching me at all. You know what I mean? But that's. But anyway, it's been so quiet and boring. I thought, look, man, I've got to do a review. This is not a cake review, by the way. And I thought, seeing so it's been so long since I haven't smoked any CBD, right? I've been off that as well to avoid getting munchies. You know what I mean? Because when I smoke the CBD, like, you know, me, I don't do spliffs or mixed tobacco and all that stuff. Only, look at that. Look at that. That's ebony, that. I blaze. But to lose weight, I've stopped smoking CBD and that, so I don't get munchies and that. Just trying to eat like noodles and beans and. Oh, I've got a new recipe coming up soon. I might film it, but I've got problems with my cameras and my editing. You understand? I won't use a phone to make films, and I don't want to get into the habit of doing that. You know, doing this. You know what I mean? No way, mate. I won't hold that phone unless all I got it for is like a security camera thing. You know, in my flat, and to monitor the camera. And if they ever start working, again, delivering pizzas and that way. That's why I bought the phone. Otherwise, I never get out my pockets. It's very rare. I don't look at it while I'm on trains or buses or anything like that. I keep it out my hand and I use it. Look, this is the camera I usually use. But it's gone faulty on me, you see, so I can't trust it. I've got a second hand, the HD camera. But anyway, let's get on with the review. Back in the day when I packed in a long time ago, the first time I decided I'm not doing this anymore because people who were selling stuff to me were knobheads, basically. I didn't want to have anything to do with people who sold it, basically. And I hate the drink. But the first drink I ever got into to sort of lead me on the path of alcoholism and drinking again, you know, because I was more or less teetotal when I got into the old CBD, you know. But this was the first drink I ever tried, and I thought, I saw it in Aldi, and I thought, I'll tell you what, buy one of them just for the beer review. 7 minutes are gone, I haven't even opened the can yet. That's the way it is, isn't it? But I got into this first, and then I got into other things, and then whiskey and tequila, you name it, I've been there. Frosty Jack, the lot. Without being an alky, like. Ta-da! Hooch, original lemonade. I'm a bit disappointed when I got it in, like, and I looked at the can and it says, look, I didn't know that. With vodka and fruit juice. I didn't know there was vodka in Hooch. I never knew that, like. Alcoholic lemonade. Where do you put alcoholic lemonade, you know what I mean? Like a lemonade for alcoholics. And I got back and looked at it and I went, oh no, that's not fuck, because I never buy vodka. I never drink vodka. It's like it sends me up the wall. If I drink it in large amounts, like, you know, I don't know why. I bought whiskey, I bought absinthe, I bought tequila, Southern Comfort, sherry, brandy, um, almost every short you can name. I've gone through bottles of the stuff, yeah. But I'll never buy vodka, which is like a code of mine because I think it's like a soul destroying drug. But anyway, I bought this thinking, you know, Hooch. And the reason I bought this is, remember me review I did a while back for the collaboration between Salt Brewery and Hooch Brewery, and it was a lemon flavoured beer, like a lemon flavoured IPA. Well, it was so delicious, and they don't sell it anymore. It was one of those one-offs, wasn't it? It's not on the shelf anymore in Tesco's. At least I haven't checked for a while, you know what I mean? I haven't been to Tesco's for a while. Like. But anyway, I was so impressed with the lemon flavour in that. I thought, man, if that's for Hooch a response, because I love the taste of lemons. I drink lemon green tea, lemon flavoured all the time. I love the stuff, you know, the lemon flavour. When it's fragrant and it tastes like proper lemons. So I bought a can of this to try and do a review. I'm not really into lemonade and things like that. I've got like tooth cavities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a long story. So it could trigger me toothaches and that. Like, so I don't know. Cider does it big time. That's why I don't drink cider anymore. The sugar content in cider, which is usually fructose from apples, isn't it? Boom! I get like, oh man, I've got the worst teeth in the world. You wouldn't believe it. They look okay, don't they? You know, for an old man, that one's false. Like, best tooth in my head, gold one. Like, well, it's not actually gold, but you know, it's the best tooth I've got. Anyway, let's get on with the review, mate. Sorry for boring everyone. Just thought to explain myself, like. So it's a Hooch original alcoholic lemonade with vodka and fruit juice. Any descriptions on it? Hold on, what's the percentage? I don't even know. I've never really checked it. But I used to drink bottles of it when I first went off the old smoking, like. I used to get the bottles of it. And then I went through the orange flavour, the cranberry flavour, you name it. I tried every Hooch. And then I went on to Guinness. Because I was replacing the CBD, you know. And I went through everything, like, or everything. Sparkling alcoholic lemonade made with vodka, lemon juice, and natural flavours. Contains 5% lemon juice from concentrate. Contains sugar and sweetener. See, it might give me a toothache. Best before see end of can. So anyway, where's the percentage? Where's the percentage? Where's the magic number? Where's the magic number there? Where's the magic number? Where's the percentage of the alcohol there? I can't see it. Where is it? Oh my word, every booze should have it clearly labelled, shouldn't it? The percentage. Outrageously refreshing. I wonder if the lemons taste as good as they did in that salt. That's why I bought it, I thought. You know, the lemon in that salt. Oh, you kidding me? 3.4%. Oh my word, I'm very disappointed in myself. That's not, never really noticed that, you know. I suppose it's sessionable, isn't it? It's alright, I've got some strong beers if I need them. But anyway, yeah, is the lemon taste as good as it used to, as the salt collaboration, which was an IPA, wasn't it, with the lemon flavour? I don't know. Will I enjoy this? Won't I? Will I? I don't know. Let's see what happens, eh? 3%, 3.4%. Oh my word. Kid stuff, mate. It's like a just like a kid's alcohol pop. Oh, it smells proper lemony though. Experiment there. Just looks like a Charlie Brown lemonade, doesn't it? Does anyone remember that one? Charlie Brown lemonade. Look at that, no head, nothing. Oh man, I'm a bit disappointed because it says vodka, you know what I mean? I thought, I didn't know that. I thought they would use other methods to flavour it, like, you know, the alcohol content. So two disappointments there. It's got vodka in it, and it's only 3.4%. Look at the state of it, you know what I mean? It looks so late. Try and get the reason I do that is I hope for the thumbnail to just be there, like, you know, the thumbnail. If anyone watched the last review, I'm sorry I put like it. No, I was drinking that beer on the video, but it was a cake review, wasn't it? You see, and I didn't put in the title because I wanted it to be a surprise. I'll have to change the titles, you know, Manchester Tart, like. But anyway, not much to report home about on that one, is it? It's like I got it from Aldi. I'm not sure the price, £2 something, not something like that. Well, as you can imagine, it smells like lemonade. I'm not really thirsty, you know what I mean? Sort of want to get buried. It's Friday, you know. And I want to talk about my dream I had last night, by the way, because I don't write my dreams down anymore. So forth. If I ever get this out on YouTube, I can so I don't forget it. Like, because I had a really bizarre dream last night, and I'll tell you something mad about the guitars and that. Like, you know what I mean? You know when I put that track where I recently uploaded something where I'm playing the black guitar, working on my song fetish. Talk about it in a minute, like. What do you mean? Smells like lemonade. You want a cum shot? Not really worth doing it, really, because there's no head or nothing. It just looks like lemonade. There's no IPA frequency going on there whatsoever. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm only doing this for the viewers who might be interested in Hooch. But yeah, it takes me back to when I was like, I went off to CBD for the first time. And I thought, let's see if the lemon tastes as good as it did in that salt beer, which was fantastic. Salt and Hooch done a collab. It's the reviews there somewhere on my channel. But that beer was just a limited edition. It's gone now. I loved it. Alright. Hooch alcoholic lemonade. 3.4%. Oh, belly. Lovely lemon flavour. Bit cheap and nasty. that lemon cake mix flavour. I don't know. It's not as good as it was in that salt beer, and I'm sure Hooch was responsible for the lemon. I'm making terrible noises, aren't I? Gulping them. Um, it's alright. I feel my teeth aching already. My bad cavities. Um, it's refreshing. It'd be great in the summer. I'm never going to buy it again. I thought it was better than the bottles as well. It tasted better back in the day. That's a long time ago, about 94, 95, when I first tried this. Before I hit the heavy stuff, white ciders and I once bought a bottle of absinthe. First time I bought a bottle of absinthe, 68% it was. Picked it up in Liverpool in Bold Street. Drank it raw with no water, with no sugar. None of the tricks of the trade on the spoon or anything there. I hammered the bottle, there was about that much left at the bottom the next day. And someone knocked on the door and I was like, I was listening to your music last night and I was drinking this stuff. And he's like, you only bought that yesterday? I was like, yeah. And he's like, and that's all that's left. It was 68%. There was about that much left in the bottle the next day. That's how bad it was. I'd go through a bottle of whiskey effortlessly, you know what I mean? Don't drink spirits anymore unless I'm like, I don't know. I've got to do a tequila review, you know what I mean? But it might send me on the wrong path. But, you know, a tequila review, oh my word. Last time I drank a bottle of tequila, I had a really bad experience. Well, it wasn't bad really, only to myself. Alright, this is kind of cheap and nasty. It's not up there with the IPAs. It's nowhere near as good as that Salt collab. It has got a bit of the cheap cake mix flavour to it, like the flavoring's not pure lemon. wasn't expecting it to be great. Let's put it that way. Like. But let's talk about my dream, mate. I'm giving this I'm going to give this 7. No, I'm going to push it even down. I'm going to say a 6 out of 10 because it's just not like what I'm into, you know what I mean? It's a bit like Charlie Brown Lemonade, you know what I mean? Got the colour and that, like Charlie Brown Lemonade, does anyone remember that? It's gone back a bit, that man. Back to the 70s. Bottles of lemonade called Charlie Brown, and it was that colour. It was based on traditional American lemonade, like. I used to drink a lot of lemonade when I was a kid. That's why all my teeth fell out. Well, never fell out, like big cavities and fillings and stuff. I've got more mercury in my head. They say it sends you mad, don't they? Well, there's a thought. But let's waffle for a bit, eh? Before I go silent again. Because after this review, I'm going back to silence. Silence of the fat man. I had a mad dream last night. I was walking around with this. Now I think it's got something to do with my guitar, which I'll explain in a minute. Because, guitars are alive to me, guys. There's a muse in every guitar, right? I don't know if anyone's aware of that, right? Like, there is actually a muse in every guitar, and the same goes for violins, cellos. If you're passionate about a musical instrument, you're really into it. You don't just, you're not just materially minded. Gibson Les Pauls, Fender Stratocasters. I used to own a Fender Stratocaster, you know what I mean, and I sold it. I shouldn't have really, but I wanted to prove I wasn't materially minded. But it's like a piece of me was missing after that. And I'd customised it, like. But I've gone through loads of guitars since then. Well, not loads, but more or less materially minded and cheaper. I always go for cheap instruments, Cheap instruments, that was the name of the first band I was in. That's what we were called, cheap instruments. But anyway, like the guitar I've got there, that Sub-Zero guitar, which I fitted the Floyd Rose to, which made it like a classy instrument, only cost me £200 because it was damaged. But the Floyd Rose actually cost more than the guitar, which is like 270 quid or something like that. Oh, well, with the postage and all that business. Right. And the other day, I was using that guitar to do that demo. The demo I was working on, the video, right? Which is called Fetish. And it's all about the guitar. It's a song about my fetish for the guitar, right? It's like a love song to the muse, right? And I had that Sub-Zero guitar, the one with the Floyd Rose on, plugged in and everything, trying it out, like, right, let's put some guitar tracks on this demo, rough guitar takes, they're not finished enough. Because I'm working on a track fetish, right? And I'm basically testing out, on my new Akai machine, the MPC1. I'm basically testing it to see if I can do a complete demo on it, like, with guitars and vocals eventually. And all the synths are all built in, you see. It's like so easy to use. It's so user friendly. It's got like synthesizers and string sounds and everything. Honestly, I'm buzzing off it, right? But it came to me putting some rough guitar tracks down, a rhythm guitar, and a lead guitar, right? And I was starting to use it, and my strings snapped on the Floyd Rose guitar. The strings snapped. I remember the song is called Fetish. And I'm singing to my guitar in the song, right? Now, the guitar I've owned the longest at the moment, presently, is my Black Yamaha. That Black Yamaha, which was a cheap guitar, a cheap instrument, I got it out the catalogue with a little practice amp, expecting it to be a temporary guitar, because the other guitar I had before that was broke. So I ordered this cheap Yamaha out the catalogue, thinking it'd just be a temporary thing, £120 with a practice amp, right? But I loved it when I played it, so I ended up customising it, didn't I? And it just so happens to be the guitar I've owned the longest at the moment. Presently, it's 17 now, you know what I mean? I've had it for 17 years. My Fender only got to 14, 15 before I sold it. Right. Whereas this Yamaha guitar was in the case, wasn't using it, wasn't even thinking of using it for the demo. Right. But the song is called Fetish. And it's all about my guitar, and that guitar is the oldest one I've got, right? So anyway, the strings are fairly new on this Sub-Zero with the Floyd Rose. They were, I only changed them quite recently. There's no reason why any strings should have snapped. I'm telling you, it's like there was no like real sweat and corrosion and all that business. None of the strings have gone out like, when they start oscillating and stuff. An immaculate set of strings. And I was playing it, like doing the dub, testing it out for this new demo. String just went ding, snap. And I was like, oh man. And you know what a Floyd Rose is like, you can't just put a string on straight away. I had spare strings like. And it was like immediately my head went, well, I'll go and get the Yamaha out because I know that's got strings on it, like, Do you think about it? The song's Fetish and it's about a guitar. Really, really singing my heart to the guitar and talking to it. Like, to people who listen to the song, it's a love song. It's like people on the dance floor can do a slowy to it, like, you know what I mean? And I've designed it to be a love song for listeners, but to me, I'm singing to my guitar, And the strings snapped mysteriously on the Sub-Zeros. It was like the Yamaha had control and went, shh, you're not using that one, use me. Which is what you see on the video, the black Yamaha. And I thought, wow, that's crazy, you know what I mean? I thought it was quite supernatural. It was like, she wouldn't have, like, made the strings snap on purpose, would she? So I used that for Fetish, like, I don't know, they're alive, honestly. The guitars are supernaturally alive. It's the only religion I practice is guitar. My faith in the creator is another matter completely. I don't do it religiously. Faith is faith, yeah. But guitars are a religion, all the millions of people out there on YouTube, all the countless videos I watch of people playing electric guitars and demoing amplifiers or pedals or guitars themselves, It's a religion. We're all in a religion, like a legion of, guitar players. So there's something magical about them, you know what I mean? I don't want to be sound like an idiot I'm not like a heavy metal head or nothing like that, but I do believe guitars possess us, you know what I mean? In a nice way, there's nothing bad about it. Sure, bass players feel the same way, violinists, celloists, people who play Spanish guitars or classical guitars. The more money you spend on it, the more it's going to possess you. It's going to be like because I've got some like classical guitars and they do kind of hold me dearly, like. But I don't usually. I play me electric guitars the most because I'm into. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, like, that's why I'm using that black guitar in that video. I'm sure it made the string. It's like a jealous woman. Like, says, what are you doing with her? What are you doing with her? I want to play on this song because it's Fetish, you know what I mean? And she's been with me for 17 years. I've actually got the unboxing of it on video somewhere, and I'll share it on YouTube one day, when I unboxed it, like. I filmed it, like, 17 years ago. Seems like yesterday, But I've customised it. I put, like, really good pickups on it and a brand new trem. The black Yamaha, I replaced the tremolo on it, the pickups. I've done a bit of customising on it like I usually do, made it like a sword. And it's a £120 guitar, but it's possessing me like it actually took over and quite supernatural. What do you think, guys? Leave comments below about that one if But hey, let's keep drinking. It's like 3.4%, 6 out of 10. It's tacky, isn't it? It's so tacky, this, mate. I feel like I've gone down a peg as a drinker, drinking this one. Like a phony lemon flavour, really. It's not too bad. Nowhere near as good as that Soul collaboration, like. I sort of explained myself there, haven't I, guys, with the just watch that video, the black guitars of it singing like on. And I'm only ad libbing because I'm just putting rough tracks down. It's meant to be sung, I'm meant to sing it, you know what I mean? With the guitar, you know. I'm putting them all together so I get like I'm trying to put backing tracks on the Akai. In case anyone's watching this beer review and saying, what's he talking about, the Akai thing? I've got this thing, look. It's blown my mind, guys. You know what I mean? It's got everything. I don't have to use Cubase. I don't have to switch a computer on. And I'm really only trying to get backing tracks together. I intend singing live with a guitar live and do some live streams on YouTube. Do you understand? I intend going in a rehearsal room and blasting it out live. So I'm getting as many backing tracks as I can together on the machine and do a live experiment, you know. So hopefully something interesting apart from this, you know, me getting pissed on camera and joke, the usual stuff. But man, I was recording the track, you know, the fetish track, and I was like thinking I might have to buy plugins and that, like, to get the string sounds I want and the synth sounds, and they're all built in. I've found every sound I've needed so far. I'm absolutely blown away by it. Like, I'll do a little in-depth talk about it later on, like, you know. But yeah, found a string sound on it called Angelic Strings, and it was just too good to be true. I was like, oh my word, I don't have to buy a string thing. Because I love the sound of strings, you know what I mean, in rock music. And the drum machine's built into it. And then everything I can get, every sound on. I've got to play a real bass guitar, I've got to play real guitar, I've got to sing. That's all that's required. The overdubs. But anyway, back to the beer review. It's crap. We only deserves a 6, this, guys. I can't stress it, right? But leading on to my dream last night, I woke up this morning after a mad dream, and this is after putting that track together and working on the song called Fetish, right? I dreamt I was talking to an ex-girlfriend in my dream. She was walking around with me, holding my hand. I'm a bit like, I don't contact my exes at all. One of them's dead. No, well, there was a chick I knew who I had a one night stand with, and she died. The last chick I was with died. She's, well, so as far as I know, they might be lying, and I don't know. I actually don't believe anyone when they say people. You know, she didn't die while I was with her. Like, we split up and that. Like, but the last relationship I had, which was quite long, 3 years. You know what I mean? She died. So right, but anyway, in the dream, I was talking to this chick who was like my ex. But I wasn't sure which one it was. I was like thinking, this is kind of, you know, when things are vague and you can't tell who it is in the dream. And I was holding hands and walking with this chick, right? And we went into a shop and we were looking at guitars in this mad shop, and they had like these futuristic guitars. There was this like futuristic guitar that looked like if you know in a sci-fi movie you see like a laser gun or a ray gun or whatever, like what you used to see in 60s films or whatever, or space movies, the future, or like what's it called, District 9. You know, you see futuristic guns, they're not like traditional machine guns or whatever. There's this guitar hanging up with these electric guitars in this music shop. I went into with this chick holding my hand. I was like, is this something to do with that black guitar or what? Like, I don't know, because I'm not like, I don't go on dating websites. I don't try and get laid or nothing. I'm kind of like, I like being on my own. To be honest, I'm a bit of a hermit. You know what I mean? But this chick was holding my hand and saying, "I'm never letting you go." I was like, whoa. When you look at, I was looking at her hand. She was like hanging on to me, like, and I was just looking in this guitar shop. And it's like ray gun guitar. Like I was like, wow, that's proper futuristic. That's like from another like planet or something. And in the dream, I was talking to her, and I walked out the guitar shop with her, like, and she done this mad thing, like a sort of. I don't know how to describe it. She like jumped away from me, like as if she was like doing a comedy thing, pretending to fall over. It was crazy. And I don't know what the hell's going on that one. Like, I don't normally dream for things, but I thought I wanted to talk about it in case I forget about it. Like, 'cause, like, I don't keep dream journals anymore since I've been into reishi mushroom, because you forget your dreams normally when you wake up. You know what I mean? You'd have an amazing lucid dream, but you forget. Say you go, I want to write that dream down. You go, I can't even remember it. Whereas today I woke up and I was like, wow, has this got something to do with that black guitar? Because like the lyrics of the original demo's on my channel somewhere with the lyrics and everything if anyone wants to check it out. It's called Fetish. Go on my channel, do a search. Fetish. It's all about the guitars, nothing sexual, you know what I mean? But to other people it might be something else, you know what I mean? I don't know. And you can see the lyrics in it, like I'm absolutely. When I remember writing the song, and the guitar I was using at the time was a Squire Deluxe Stratocaster, which I gave away to someone, like. And it was originally written for that guitar, like, because I was buzzing off it and everything. I was getting attached to it, like this blue Squire Deluxe. Cost a little bit more because it was a Deluxe, which I got out of a catalogue. It was like nearly 400 quid. And that broke the electrics, and I bought the Yamaha to replace it temporarily. And then the Yamaha took over, and I ended up giving the Blue Squire away because I don't use like lots of guitars. I got my travel guitars and things like that, like. And I bought that thing with the Floyd Rose on for £200 because it was nice. And I thought, get Floyd Rose on that, like, super Saturday and that, like. So I'm hoping to do some live stuff. But what do you reckon? Do you reckon that dream was about like something to do with the muse in the Yamaha? Like, I've no idea. I've never weird dream because, like I say, we went into a guitar shop. Weird. I'm gonna get this over with and get off, and I'll get just bury my head in a proper beer after this. Oh, lemonade. Too bacon. Oh, 6 out of 10. I'm sorry to draw it out, guys. Some people have complained about my beer reviews saying, just do the beer review, man. You know what I mean? Why are you talking? I say, look, man, you're not familiar with my channel. I'm not a normal beer reviewer. I'm a pisshead that shares my experience, okay? If I was a proper beer reviewer, I'd do everything dead neat and dead short and keep it quick and be monetised and all the other things and the adverts popping up. But no. I'm going to go back to my vow of silence now anyway. Cheap and tacky, 6 out of 10. I am feeling merry though, 3.4%. I'm feeling the merriness, like, in a sort of sessionable way, like. Had a better hit off a shandy, mate. Alright, I'm getting off. Thanks for watching. And like I say, stay tuned, guys. I might be doing some live streams very soon. Playing some songs, belting them out in a rehearsal, hopefully. I just got to finish the backing tracks and decide on what methods I'm going to have the backing tracks. Because I can't find a band. I mean, there's a chance of me getting the old band together and doing some punk stuff in the future. It's in the pipeline, right? But I'm not into me. I don't like doing old stuff. I like keeping state of the art, moving forward, and doing brand new things and new ideas. Do you know what I mean? And I've had no response from anyone who I've worked with in the past, my old band, saying, oh, I love these new songs, you know what I mean? I'd love to work on this, like, because they're very personal, and I can understand people not digging them, you know what I mean? I have my own reasons for doing them, like, and keeping them simple, and like I say, I let the guitars talk, the muse, let the muse talk, you know. If she wants to be simple, be the, you know, if she wants to play the blues, she'll play the blues. If she wants to sing Satriani type stuff, she'll sing Sat. You know what I'm saying? Let the instrument speak for itself, and that's what I do. I let it speak for itself. This is why I don't try and forge the musical style to be different and all that. I let the guitar speak because I'm not trying to make money or anything. I just think, you know, it's a therapy or it's just a blast. It's just something for fun, like a hobby. But hopefully, imagine I went on YouTube doing music and I go viral and everything, and like people go mental. It'd be like a pain in the ass to me that way. Gangnam style. Do you know what I mean? Right. 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. You might see me out and about playing live in the street as well. All that's possible. Number one on a dog. Don't forget. Thanks for watching. See you later. Foul silence. Zip up, Zippy.